Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy MKS here. I mentioned to one of my friends on Facebook I'm going to try and do a little dance or something like that. I'm a bit shy, but trying to see if any sugar mamas or sugar dads will like it. What do you think? Fancy my chances? Probably not. For once, I'm not drinking tea. I'm having Vimto. Hopefully that's a bit healthier, but I don't know. Probably got even more sugar in that. Anyway, so I hope everyone's doing well. By the way, I was in the library. I wore my raincoat this morning, thinking the weather might be rainy, but turns out I probably look crazy, even more crazy than usual, because it was very sunny. Now it's gone. It's kind of half and half. It's a bit sunny, but it's a bit cloudy as well. So I hope the weather's going to stay good for as long as possible. So I normally love blue sky. But anyway, sorry for that trivial info. On the note about looking mad, though, some of my ideas today might look a bit mad, so I'm going to try and bare my soul a bit. But I can't say too many confessions because my family might be watching it. So anyway, I'm just partly kidding. But I hope if I get the guts to do so, I might talk about some of my most mad goals and ambitions. But I don't know if I want you to know how mad I am. Anyone's watching this, but especially I hope I won't end up in some sort. I shouldn't joke about this, but I hope I won't end up in some sort of mental asylum or anything like that. So, but I'm harmless, man. So I hope not. As I say, I'm mad, but I'm harmless. But anyway, so I know that John, I think it was John Bobbitt, said he didn't like seemed to not like the way I title my videos. So apologies if John or anyone else still doesn't like the titles. So, as I said at the end for this week, I wanted to do these 3-point part videos that I've been doing in the past, and then maybe try something else a bit different, and maybe to have different styles of my videos. But yeah, so I was in the library. It was a bit annoying because the library systems, one, the PCs are really slow. Two, they log you out in the middle of what you're doing sometimes, just randomly, then you have to log back in. And three, a lot of them don't even work. So it's like, and this problem's been persisting for quite a long time. So I would hope they would have got rid of the problem by now, but it seems like they haven't. So anyway, I'll try and not make this not too boring, but hopefully someone will find my quirky mind quite interesting and all that. But yeah, so sorry, as I often say, I hope someone out there will enjoy this video, and it will inspire someone. I'll say, so anyway, I'm going to get on with the list rather than baffling. I apologize for waffling on. Point number one, I say writing Wednesday, because I like these sort of alliterations for some reason. I've sort of developed these patterns and habits. I'm not sure if like is the right word. It's like kind of an obsession I have. So, but anyway, writing Wednesdays. And I find some of my old habits quite hard to change. So I'll say writing Wednesdays, and I'm hoping to support dyslexic black writers as I often as I stuck with this theme for October, as I say. But I'm hoping to support, as I say, black and so-called dyslexic writers around the world, especially from Africa, and like either on YouTube, like, share, or subscribe to and like and all that good stuff of their YouTube channels and things like that. And yeah, just generally support them as much as I can. I don't really read much, but I do like to write. So if I could, I'd be the writer who never reads or hardly ever reads. But especially if there's long blocks of text, I write quite a lot, but I'm sort of a bit of a hypocrite because in more ways than one, because one of the hypocritical things I do is I write so much stuff expecting other people to hopefully read it, but then I don't like, if they send me stuff, I probably don't get around to reading it all because my attention span's quite low. I say I have minor dyslexia because when I was at school I had one-to-one support, so I've learned to spell. I can pretty much read and write, but remembering what I wrote, retaining the information, using the information, and reading a lot and concentrating on large blocks of text is quite difficult. I also want to talk about other conditions like autism and dyspraxia and ADHD and related conditions. But I have, as far as I'm aware, I have dyslexia, possibly quite minor dyslexia, and dyspraxia, which again might be quite minor at a minor level. Not many people know what dyspraxia is, but and I don't. My mum thinks I have autism, but I'm not sure. I am a bit strange, so maybe apologies to any autistics out there. But that's probably just me being strange, but it's probably a personal thing. But anyway, yeah, as I say, I never want to offend anyone in these videos. But anyway, so I'm going to try and stop waffling and get to point 2. So yeah, Writing Wednesday, I hope to support Black and record dyslexic writers around the world. I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm going to try and get on with it. 2, I hope to network with people, as I say, Black and or writers of colour, and look at how we can support writers from Africa to express their stories and things like that. And like look at how we can get mentors and people to teach people from Africa to how to publish their books free. I have an idea for a publisher, but this is kind of some of my ideas are like kind of quite secretive due to copyright reasons or other such reasons. So I might not go into too much detail about the publisher I wish to make or to create, working again with people from Africa and places like that. Okay, what can I share about the publishing idea? I hope to make a publishing company with people from Africa and Asia and places like that, and basically it'll be all online, which is again another critical point about myself, because I keep a lot of paper, which I hope to come to talk about my hoarding habits if I can, but I find it difficult to express, a bit shy to express some of these ideas. But my hoarding, I keep a lot of paper that I want to write on, but then at the same time, I want to make when I use a computer, I don't print things off. I send attachments or copy and paste or things like that. So I'm hoping to make everything that's online, like instead of people printing it off, use attachments and encourage people to read books online instead. So I'm hoping, which I think would be more environmental. So everything that's done online could stay online, and rather than people print it off. I hope what I'm saying makes sense anyway, because I know I'll probably go off. Our mind works in a strange way, so admittedly. So I don't know if it all makes sense, but yeah. So I want people from Africa and Asia to set it up, to be honest, because I want them to any profits. Most of the profits could go back into supporting those people. But I think I would talk more about it, but I think this video will go on for ages if I do, so I might talk about that next Wednesday, because otherwise this video will go on for ages. I've got quite a few ideas on that. So as I say, all being well, next Wednesday, I will talk about that idea in more detail. 4, I hope, I have these mad ideas, as I say, like this is going to make me sound really mad, I know, probably. But I want to keep all possible paperworks and have places where I write, and I know I write in a funny, strange sort of punctuation, and especially like if I write on plain paper, I sort of sometimes write over bits I've already written on, or I like to collect envelopes and receipts and stuff like that, draw around them in pencil, the existing writing, the existing text, if you like, and then write my own ideas on those sorts of things. And like on envelopes, I probably shouldn't say this, but I like to write confessional stuff and all that. And I'm not Catholic, but I understand that confessing yourself sometimes probably makes you feel a bit better. But yeah, the hoarding habit is really hard to explain. But yeah, oh boy, I hope people appreciate. Like I'm really sort of opening up a really embarrassing sort of or personal sort of thing. But I had this dream for a long time, like to make a special set up a company. I call it MKS Signature Sales or Initial Auctions, and where it would be exclusively for billionaires to buy somehow to buy my writing and stuff like that. And like also people could send in stuff for us for this company to write on, to promote my writing as a special type of artwork. So it's probably, I know people say it's a very naive idea of mine, but like nowadays, if I could do that, I'd, as I say, I'd give most of my profits to charity anyway. But yeah, I never like to see paper ripped up or torn or burnt or thrown away or anything like that. I always like to keep it, but obviously there's only a certain amount of space. But I want to keep it wherever I get permission to keep writing, even like special rooms. I hope I'm making some sense, I say, but I'm not sure how much detail I can go into that. Maybe next week again I'll cover more, because once again, otherwise I'll probably be talking too long, and then I've probably got to plan a bit better about what I'm going to say. But recently I thought I could open up about some of these thoughts, even if they're quite embarrassing. People might find them interesting. Hopefully they won't be too harsh about them. But yeah, so that's some of my goals. 5, I hope to support writers, especially from places like Malaysia, India, Indonesia, and Singapore, and places like that, and around Asia and Africa, as I say. And I also hope to support dyslexic writers including from those countries, to show that even though people got dyslexia, the irony of dyslexic writers, because even though dyslexia means difficulty with language, and it normally manifests itself through writing and reading and things like that, that with perhaps the right editors, because there are many writers with dyslexia already, and it would be great for those to show how they got into writing. Point 6, I want to make, like, as I say, MKS Books Online, or MKS Books .net, or whatever it be called. Share this idea and see how it goes with people from Africa and Asia and places like that. And I want to make books really cheap, quite accessible. Like if they're online, they're available 24/7. Make them like each book would be £1 sterling, and any book that's legal would be publishable. Point 7, again, if I don't cover the points I want to do today or cover some ideas, I'll try and do so ASAP, possibly next Wednesday. I'll go through these ideas each Wednesday, and hopefully people won't be too harsh or judgmental about my mad ideas and all that. Point 8, I say my dream is that any book that's legal in any country, like some books might not be published in places like China or where they have certain amount of censorship or whatever, but any place where I can legally publish those books, they'd be published, or they'd have to be as legal. It doesn't matter if I agree with them or not, but obviously books that I agree with more, I would promote more. So I really hope to share these ideas, as I say, including through this video and through Facebook, with people from Africa and Asia, and hopefully we'll come to some sort of plan of action and put it into action, things like that. Point 9, I hope to make, using my initials MKS, because I usually use those for projects, I hope to make the MKS practical, I call it the MKS Practically Paperless Office. When I write on paper, I have all these long titles, but to make it simple in speech, I'll call it the MKS Practically Paperless Office, because it won't. Sometimes you'll have notes what people write on, like on post-it notes or on paper, which they might not want to share with everyone else. But I'll try and make as many things paperless as possible. So instead of people printing things out, they'll try and keep it online as much as possible. So hopefully that'll be environmental and save paper and stuff like that. 10, I hope to support young writers and people who might not believe they can get into writing, and make it as easy as possible to write and publish a book. And if you see my punctuation, which you probably see in the comments, or anyone knows me from Facebook or whatever, if anyone's seen my comments, would probably say it would be amazing if someone like me could publish or write books, because my punctuation is really poor and I have all these bad habits. Like I put a lot of semicolons in and all that. I know it because people tell me, and I kind of know it's strange, but it's really hard. I say I'm a creature of habit, so it's quite hard for me to change. But yeah, I'd really love to encourage people who might not have the confidence to write. Just everyone has a story to tell, perhaps, and they can get their stories out there. Also hope to support the 10% poorest people in each country. Like sometimes with profits, they could go to that as part of the PR of the company or the ethics of the company, if and when hopefully it eventually gets set up, and also the to help homeless people, to have streams where it helps homeless people to get PCs or laptops where they can write their own books and things like that. So I hope this has been quite interesting, some ideas. Hope there's at least some of them made sense, preferably all of them. Sorry if I've been a bit nervous talking about some of my habits and all that, but I thought it would be quite good to get off my chest. Probably shouldn't, but like my hoarding habits and having mad dreams like selling stuff to billionaires and stuff like that. Oh goodness. But anyway, peace and love, guys. I hope this wasn't too bad. I hope someone out there would like this and all that, and I appreciate any likes and anything like that. Love you guys. Hugs.